Hey guys, Neo here. Today we're going to learn to play the Aggro Jade Shaman deck. So this is currently one of the best, if not the best deck in the meta. Essentially, it has very few bad matchups, and even then, there's still you can still win. So you're never really in a bad position. So in this video, we'll talk about the deck setup, the combos, the mulligans, and we'll talk about some like strategies and tips, and I'll play a couple of games just to show you guys, how to use it. So yeah, let's go and have a look at the deck. Alright guys, you can see my deck on the right, which is pretty much the stock standard Aggro Jade Shaman currently. So if you Google this deck, you'll basically find this setup. I mean, there are some minor tech choices that can be configured. Essentially, some people play maybe 2 Azure Drakes and drop a South Sea deckhand, for example. Some people even play double Maelstrom Portal because that card's quite good against, the other aggro decks. Clearing out the low health pirates is pretty good. But anyway, so essentially, the game plan of this deck is to really hit face a lot. Essentially, you want to kill your opponents quickly, particularly if you're playing like Reno Lock or Reno Mage, where if they've got a Reno in their hand, they hit turn 6 and play that, then you're probably in a lot of trouble unless you've got a lot of minions on the board and you can knock that back down again quite quickly. So basically, that's why early game you have all the pirate cards, so you can essentially deal a lot of damage really quickly at the start, and then essentially, usually the way you'd finish off would be by using like spells like Lava Burst, Jade Lightning, Lightning Bolt, etc., etc. Yeah, and as well we have Sir Finley in there to change the hero power. I mean, the Shaman hero power is not too bad, but in most matchups, you generally want either the Warlock power so you can get the card draw, or you want the Hunter power to deal the extra 2 face damage each turn. As well as that, I mean, we have stuff like the Flame Tongue Totem, which can really boost your pirates' attacks early on, particularly the pirates that have charge, like South Sea Deckhand and of course Patches. Anyway, let's go and have a look quickly at the pirate and weapon combos. Okay guys, so currently one of the best, if not the best legendary card in the game, arguably of course, is Patches the Pirate. So 1/1 minion doesn't look that powerful, but basically it's a free minion on the board. So whenever you play one of the other pirate card, any pirate card for that matter, it will automatically be summoned and it has charge. So it's like, think about turn 1 when you play one of these other 1/1 minions, or 1-cost minions, sorry, the South Sea Deckhand or Small Time Buccaneer, and you get a 1/1 minion for free as well. It can be pretty good. So that's essentially why it's such a great card. The other 2 pirate cards in the deck, Small Time Buccaneer and South Sea Deckhand, are both also very powerful. Purely because, well, if they're comboed with a weapon, the Small Time Buccaneer has an extra 2 attack, which is crazy, having a 3/2 minion for the cost of 1. I mean, I guess if you include the cost of the weapons, a bit more, but that's a different story. Then you have the South Sea Deckhand, which is really great for just like quickly chucking down and killing, some sort of minion that has only 2 health, or it can even be used in conjunction with a Flame Tongue Totem, and you can do a fair bit of damage quite quickly with that as well. And then we obviously have the weapon Spirit Claws, which is a very standard Shaman card that has been used for quite some time now. And then of course you have Jade Claws, which is also not only great for helping the pirates out, summons a Jade Golem, so it's part of the Jade set of cards. So speaking of which, let's go and actually have a look at the Jade cards now as well. Okay, so we already spoke about the Jade Claws. It's part of the Jade Golem combo, which has made this deck even more powerful, and it's crazy we can fit all these cards into this deck, but anyway. So essentially, every time you summon a Jade Golem, it gets stronger by 1 health and 1 attack. In this deck, they're not going to get incredibly large like they do in the Jade Druid deck, for example, or even some of the other Jade configurations. But it's a really good addition. The Jade Claws, as I said before, are really good for the pirates, buffing them and summoning a minion, and two cost weapon that does 2 damage and has 2 attack is pretty good. Then you have Jade Lightning, which is deals 4 damage and also obviously summons Jade Golem. This can be really useful in either finishing, like hitting your opponent in the face because it's a fair bit of damage, and summoning a minion. But it's also really good against certain minions like the Frothing Berserker and the Totem Golems when you're playing the other aggro decks, and obviously there are a heap of other 4 health minions that is pretty solid against as well. Now, the last card is Eye of Blackpaw. This is really quite a powerful legendary in this context. Essentially, when you play it, the battle cry is summon a Jade Golem, and then your opponent has to deal with it, and then when they kill it, it summons another Jade Golem, so it's really painful for your opponent to deal with, so it's definitely a really strong card, and definitely very good value for money, so that's why it's within this deck. Alright, so next let's have a look at the Tunnel Trog card, and I guess all the other cards that, buff the Tunnel Trog card, and there are a lot of them in this deck, as per always. Basically, I mean, essentially this Tunnel Trog card is one of the most pivotal cards in most of the Shaman decks. It's so powerful for a 1-cost minion, I think it's ridiculously overpowered, so it's awesome. Anyway, as you can see, once again we've got Jade Claws, which is one of the best cards in the deck because it's useful for the Jade combos, the pirate charge and buff, and it's also has Overload, which buffs the Tunnel Trog, so it's amazing. And then obviously you have a heap of these other cards like Totem Golem, Flame Wreath Faceless, which are very stock standard Shaman deck cards to buff the Tunnel Trog. And also one of my favorites, Feral Spirit, which is really good. Turn 4, play a Tunnel Trog plus Feral Spirit, and you're causing a lot of problems for your opponent. Okay, so here's the spells within the deck. So I've already kind of gone over like the Lightning Bolt, Lava Burst, and Jade Lightning a fair bit. Essentially, I mean, really, the main point I'm trying to get across with these cards is you really want to try and save them right for the end. If you have a couple of Lava Bursts in your hand, I mean, that's 10 damage without any spell power buff, so you can really, just out of nowhere finish your opponent off, so it's really, really strong. Obviously, same with Lightning Bolt too. The other interesting, I guess, tech choice for this deck, which I find fantastic, is the Maelstrom Portal. That's really, really good against other aggro decks using the Pirates, obviously, because they're low health. You can chuck that down, especially if they've played a Southsea deckhand and summoned the Patches. If you play that next turn, that's it, they're gone, and you've summoned some form of 1-cost minion as well, which is really good. I mean, the other couple of spell-based cards I've included in here is obviously Blood Mage Thalnos for the spell damage plus the Death Rattle card draw. Really, really handy, cheap minion, and that can be used in combo with the Maelstrom Portal to even buff that up to 2 damage. And if you're really super lucky, you might have a Spell Power Totem as well, and you're doing 3 damage, which is not very common, but it has happened. And then obviously you have the Zero Drake for some more card draw and extra spell damage, and it's a fairly decent minion. Being a 4/4 minion, it's quite good against the Priest deck because it's neither of their instant death spells can kill it, so it's pretty solid. Okay, so that's basically all the cards within the deck. So let's go and have a look, I guess, at the basic mulligan strategy. So these are the kind of the top 4 priorities for your mulligan in general. So yeah, I mean, depending on what decks you're playing, they can be a bit different, but these are kind of the ones. These are kind of the ones you want. So you really want to make sure you have a weapon. So I mean, even if you don't have Jade Claws in your hand and you've drawn a Spirit Claws, then it's probably worth keeping the Spirit Claws, just so you can combo it with the Pirates. Small Time Buccaneer is a better choice than Southsea Deckhand because it has the extra health to begin with, which is good against other aggro pirate decks, and obviously the Maelstrom Portal, which I just spoke about. And as with pretty much any other recent Shaman deck, the Tunnel Trog plus Totem Golem combo is pretty overpowered still. Now, having said that, depending on if you're playing other classes, there are some other mulligans that are quite good. So if you're playing against Dragon Priest, for example, even Reno Priest, this is pretty good. Hanging on to Flame Tongue Totem is pretty good early on because you really want to push that face damage, and they kind of makes it a bit more difficult for them to deal with that. So the Flame Tongue Totem is also good against the Warlock deck, and potentially not too bad with the Mage or Rogue as well. Another good mulligan to point out is that against Druid decks, it's definitely worth keeping the Flame Wreath Faceless because they actually don't have any great removals for it. It puts them in a pretty tough spot to deal with. I mean, they have Mulch, but then you get another card in your hand, and it's not as good as a Rogue sapping it or a Mage polymorphing it, for example. Another mulligan, essentially, if you're playing you're playing against Warrior, you can probably assume they're going to be Pirate Warrior most of the time, so holding on to the Maelstrom Portal is probably pretty good. Same deal with the aggro. They're playing against another Shaman, you can probably assume they're an Aggro Jade Shaman, given they could potentially be a mid-range Shaman, but even then the mid-range Shaman essentially starts out with the Pirate configuration anyway, so the Maelstrom Portal is still quite good. And that's probably the main mulligans. So I think at this point it would be best if I went and played a couple of games and showed you guys the kind of the decision making process. Okay, let's see what we get. Mage, okay, so this can be a little bit difficult. As I was saying before, Maelstrom Portal's not really that useful against Mage, neither is Flame Wreath or Jade Lightning. Better off keeping the Buccaneer, get some weapons hopefully. If we're really lucky, Flame Tongue Totem, no. Yeah, that's not a great starting hand, but it's okay. Could have pushed pretty aggressively. I mean, he'll probably just fireball the patches, but that's okay. Fire Blast even. Why would you fireball patches? You can get pretty aggressive here actually. Being a bit greedy. That's okay. As I said earlier, we need to push damage pretty quickly against Mage to hopefully catch them without a Reno in their hand. So he's put us down to 2 health, which means he's probably got the what is that? 2 attack AoE Dragonfire Potion or whatever it is. So probably gonna lose our minions this turn. That's alright. Oh no, okay. Well, in that case we're gonna punish him because Flame Wreath. I mean, he's probably gonna pull him off the Flame Wreath, but that's okay. He wastes a turn. He's starting to build up a little bit of spell power, and it's okay. So he's half dead, almost. Still no weapon, which is no good. Okay. Is he gonna pull him off? Yeah, okay, cool. I was gonna say. Nice. So yeah, building up a lot of spells already, which is nice. Now the question is, do I want to coin here and chuck a totem up and hope it's useful? Probably not that good. Might need it later. Yes, the sheep survives. Good times. Okay, so that's really good. So if we can get him a little bit lower, we can Blood Mage plus double Lava Burst, which will hit him for 12. Nice. Okay, we've got weapons, so we can actually Blood Mage, Spirit Claws, and Lava Burst. I mean, I could have coined then. See what we get, like, and get Spell Power Totem. Oh, we did. Definitely worth coining into a. That's pretty good. I mean, if he has Reno now, pretty screwed, but he doesn't. Wow. Okay. No Reno, unless he's got some sort of other heal. It's not going to save you right now, guy. And that's all we need. So yeah, I mean, as I was saying, if he had a Reno in his hand, it would have been pretty stuffed, but that's kind of how it goes. With yeah, playing against Reno Mage. Well, he might have been, yeah, Reno Mage or Reno Locke's problem too. I actually find probably the hardest matchup is generally the Dragon Priest. The cards are just too powerful. It's hard to get past that. Alright, playing another Shaman, so I wonder if they're aggro or mid-range. One more thing I also forgot to say earlier. Obviously, if you mulligan patches, you want to drop it because it sucks. I actually heard, I can't remember who it was now, someone, might have been Tice, I think, saying that essentially if a, could be wrong, one of the other pro players I was watching, essentially saying that if the Aggro Shaman draws the patches, the chance of winning is reduced by 20%, which seems crazy, but yeah. I mean, it might not be that bad, but you don't want to draw it because it's a waste. It takes away the main benefit. Essentially, if you draw it, it's just one of those one-to-one boars, and it's not that valuable. So he hasn't done anything yet, so it could be mid-range, so we need to be a bit careful about all his board clears. So mid-range has an advantage as well, but it's still winnable. Wow. Good move. Let's see, we're drawing patches now, so that is no good, basically. But that's okay. I think we want a Maelstrom Portal here. Hit the Tunnel Trog in the face once, and then we can patches to finish it off if we want. Let's just see what we draw though. Huh. Alright, that's pretty good. I actually don't think I'm going to hit that. It's nice to actually have weapons this game. Weapons are so powerful early on, and obviously comboed with the pirates. Super good. Yeah, thought that would happen. And so I may as well play patches too. And I'm going to get rid of that actually because I want to minimize his chance of getting Spell Power Totem. Oh, he's aggro. Okay, cool. It's hard to tell until you get to this point. So we kind of really need to draw like a Lava Burst to deal with this. But for the moment we just keep hitting face. Thank you for the taunts, it's so good. Yeah, so it's actually a pretty good combo to play the Flame Wreath Faceless and on the follow-up turn play the taunt minions. So Jade Lightning would be really good if we didn't have taunt minions in the way, so that kind of sucks. So what I might actually do is, yeah, cool, okay. So we can at least clear the board up, and then next turn we can Jade Lightning to finish that off. If we need to, might draw a Lightning Bolt or something. Yeah. kind of sucks, but I think I'm gonna have to Jade Lightning. Oh, so much spell power as well. We can get super greedy and go face, but probably not a good idea. I don't know, 1 health left, that sucks. I wish I had a Maelstrom portal. Shouldn't have used it before. No, I don't think I have a choice. I have to clear that out. I mean, I could do 5 damage to his face, but he's gonna then hit me back for 7. Not worth it. So Jades are getting up there a little bit. Could play Aya, be pretty good, I think. Okay. So we deal with that totem. Not that we can. Wow. Let's get a good board up. Yeah, that's gonna be tough to deal with. Wow. Okay, that's an interesting deck build he has, but anyway. Yeah, we're not in a great position right now. Probably didn't need to play Blood Mage, but I actually just want the card draw. Yeah, I mean, he's got like 18 health left, which isn't actually a lot, but I've blown a couple of my spells. I mean, essentially if I get both my Lava Bursts, I can do 10 damage in 1 turn, or more, depending on spell power. 1 less now. Spirit Claws is somewhat okay, at least it gives me my South Sea deck and charge, but against that thing from below it's no good. Well, that's actually not too bad. Actually clear out his taunts at least. So that's alright, that's got us back. But pretty stuffed. If he has any spells, that's game over. So another good thing to point out right now is, as you can see, the left hand side of my Flame Tongue Totem is currently useless. So basically when you're playing minions, you want to always be playing them to the left of Flame Tongue Totem. Because totems will spawn on the right. Yeah, so interesting matchup. I mean, essentially it's, if both players know what they're doing, it's essentially down to who draws what. And yeah, that Flame Wreath facelessly had wrecked me. I couldn't really deal with it that easily. Another Shaman. So what do we got? Maelstrom Portal's pretty good. I need to drop Lava Burst, Jade Lightning. Lightning Ball's probably useful to keep. I can take out a Tunnel Trog instantly. And yeah, it's a pretty good starting hand. I mean, the only other thing we could want is a weapon, which hopefully we'll draw soon. So I'm actually not gonna play yet. I'm waiting for him to play something and I'm gonna take advantage of it. A bit smart. Yeah, because I'm scared I'm going to play my Tunnel Trog and get it lightning bolted, which is pretty likely. In South Sea deckhand, he could Maelstrom pretty easily. We'll do lots of things, not much health. Need to wait till I have a weapon for that. Wow, okay, so... Huh. Same totem, now what? He's gonna do it. Yeah. So he's being super cautious as well. Okay, so probably now's the time to do this. Let's see if we get spell power. No, that's actually pretty good anyway. Get a fair bit of face damage in. I mean, he could be mid-range by the looks of it, so he might. Yeah, he is mid-range, but that's good. We got Lava Burst this time, so we actually deal with that. Unlike last time. Buff that Tunnel Trog. He might try and board clear, but that's alright. Kind of sucks to use that Lava Burst, not to use that Lava Burst on face, but that's okay. It's definitely a good trade. He's gonna board clear, I think. Yeah. Yes, Tunnel Trog lives. So pretty lucky for that Tunnel Trog to live. Extra 3 damage essentially. And even right now, like, can push a heap of damage now. I could have lightning bolted. Push a bit extra damage, but that should be okay. Yeah, so essentially, like, that Tunnel Trog surviving that board clear earlier really just ended the game. So yeah, GG. Let's see what we get this time. Yeah, so it's a bit 50-50. I kind of, yeah, I want to get a different class. Play like a Pirate Warrior or something again. Pirate Warrior pretty good. A Druid. Yeah, Warlock, that's good. So essentially, we're hoping he doesn't get Reno Lock. Or Reno, sorry. Reno Lock. So like a good mulligan for this is actually Flame Tongue Totem. It's pretty good. I really don't want to drop Lava Burst because we need it to finish, but we have no choice. We need the aggro, the push at the start, and even Lightning Bolt too is yeah, we need to drop that. We need to get the pirates. Lava Burst. Tunnel Trophy is good. And get pretty aggressive, so hopefully that kind of sucks, but that's alright. Now, so the other thing to keep watch of is make sure. I mean, don't use the last charge of your weapon if you don't have to. I mean, he might have an acidic swamp ooze and kill it, but if you use that and you draw one of your pirate cards, it kind of sucks. Unless you're near lethal, then maybe you think about it. Yeah, see, essentially if I used it, that Buccaneer would be pretty average. I have no choice but to deal with that. Once again, I really don't like using the Lava Burst. So he's got coin. So next turn, if he has Reno, he can play it. If he's got it. And see, that's, I mean, I guess that's essentially the risk with playing the weapon. So it kind of looks like he's trying to buy. He's trying to buy time. Okay, so I can't do anything other than play Totem and possibly Lightning Bolt if I want to anyway. So much damage, I've got 3, 4, 5. I don't have much damage. I mean, I'd have to really commit damage to kill that Doomsayer. Now, is it worth it, or do I go face? And then next turn, he's only got 10 health left, so the next turn I can Azure Drake plus Lightning Bolt. I mean, essentially if he's got Reno, I'm stuffed. So I think I need to go for face. And there's no point playing Lightning Bolt now because Overlord 1, so next turn I'd still only have 5 anyway for the Azure Drake. Just limits my options, so I can play next turn with the Azure Drake. Wow, it's low. Oh, even better. GG, son. Don't think he had Reno then, or he thought he wouldn't take that much damage in one turn. All right, cool. I think that's definitely enough games. It's kind of good actually. We've got a few different decks there. I mean, we played Shaman a couple of times, but that's okay. And it just shows that it can kind of go either way. Alright guys, so those games are actually quite a good demonstration, I feel. Got to see a few different decks and some of the problems, and obviously we lost that one game, which is okay, it happens. I mean, that's essentially one of the main advantages of that Aggro Jade Shaman deck, is that you can play games so quickly. You know that they're over by like turn 6 against the Reno lock, whether you're going to win or not. In our case, we're lucky because he didn't have Reno, and yeah. And then I hope as well I've also shown you kind of some decision-making processes, or you've listened to me making decisions about when to hit face with spells and when to take minions out. It can be a tough call at times, and it just comes with experience, I guess, and like kind of learning the other decks. So I think another thing to take away from this as well is, you know, play the Aggro Jade Shaman is awesome, but it's a good idea to try some of the other top meta decks as well to learn what they're like, so you know what the opponent's trying to do, so you can prepare yourself for that. Obviously the same goes with every deck. The more you play, the more different decks you play, the more you learn, the better chance you have against the other decks. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I really hope it's been useful and helpful to you guys. If it has, please, if you enjoyed the video, please follow me, you know, leave a comment, like this video, You can follow me on Twitter. I stream on Twitch sometimes too, so I usually post on Twitter and let everyone know that I'm streaming, and obviously if I release more YouTube videos and stuff like that. But yeah, please I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you guys. Until next time, see ya.